What's up, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Crystal and this is Bon Book Reviews, and today we're going to be talking about my Bookopolathon TBR for September 2022. If you have lived under a rock and are unsure of what Bookopolathon is, it is a readathon hosted by Becca from Becca and the Books. I'll have her announcement linked down below, but she's run this I think for the last, I want to say 3 or 4 years. It's based off her TBR game Bookopoly, which is a book version of Monopoly to help choose your TBR. She runs 2 rounds every year. We have the month-long one, which is run in September, and then earlier in the year she does a 48-hour round as well, and I always participate in both. I have a really good time. So I have the fun job of trying to play Bookopolathon and then fit those books into my Bookopolathon TBR or vice versa. And it just so happened that this year she released the Bookopolathon announcement video before I'd filmed my Bookopolathon TBR. So here we are, I've done my rolls and we are just going to talk about what I got. Now, I was planning on printing this out and doing it all fancy with rolls and everything with proper dice, but unfortunately I just don't have the time to deal with that right now. So what I've done is electronically done it. I've done a screen recording of my rolls, and where I would have landed, I'll have like a little graphic showing you. So I'll interject between my rolls and then I'll tell you what I've chosen for those rolls. So let's dive on in. Roll number 1.
Editing Crystal here. I realized that unfortunately I totally miscounted from the first roll, so all the other rolls are affected. So from my first roll I got 7 and I counted the go space as number 1 rather than counting from the go space number 1 being the next square. So all of my rolls are out of whack. So we're just going to go with it because I've already rolled them, I already picked my books. So the go square counts as square 1, and then yeah, so I know that's not how it's meant to be. I obviously had a brain fart moment. I was trying to get this done while the baby was down for a nap, and she's been napping for about 30 minutes at the moment. So we're just going to roll with that, and all my rolls will follow on from there. I've been talking with lipstick. I need this all the time. This is why I don't wear lipstick.
As you saw from roll number 1, I landed on people. Now this means that I have to pick a book with people on the cover. So for this, I'm going to be continuing my buddy read that I started in August to finish the Mindfuck series, and I will be reading the next one in the series, which is Scarlet Angel. And I'll be reading this with a couple of friends that I met through my Bookopolathon Discord. Roll number 2. As you can see in roll number 2, I got poll pick, and for this one I decided that I would put up 3 books that are series continuations on my Instagram and have people vote. And as of this morning, the winner is A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Kemmerer. It was up against Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard and Hunger by Michael Grant. So it looks like I'll be reading A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Kemmerer. Now all 3 of those had been on previous Bookopolathon TBRs and I had not got to them, so that's why I figured they'd be good to pip against each other. Roll number 3. For roll number 3, I ended up with favorite genre. Well, my 2 favorite genres are thrillers and fantasy. I kind of interchange depending on the mood that I'm in. So for this one, I'm going to be picking a thriller that I'm actually part of a read-along for, which is the new Megan Golden book, Stay Awake. So that is what I'll be reading for my favorite genre prompt. Roll number 4. And as you saw, we landed on mood read. So for mood read, I'm going to be continuing my buddy read and reread of the Twilight series by Reading New Moon by Stephanie Meyer. This lipstick sucks. Oh my god. It is a read along that is being hosted by Sarah from Sarah's Shelves, as well as a couple other co-hosts like Michelle from Michelle's Library. I will have it linked down below if you want to join. We read Twilight in August, and we will be watching the movie at the end of this month, end of August, and then we will be jumping into New Moon in September. So that is what I'm putting on there for my mood read. roll number 5. As you saw, unfortunately, roll number 5, we got a double, which means that I have to add a roll. So for the 5th roll, we got the ghost face, which means I need to randomize my entire TBR. So I went to Goodreads and I did a randomization of my entire want to read shelf and did a random number generator from that range. And the number that came up led me to Devil's Lair by Sarah Barry. So this is a thriller that I've had on my shelf for a while now. I have absolutely no idea what it's about. So the random number generator has led me this way. I've actually been saying I need to read more thrillers because I haven't had a 5-star thriller in a while and I was starting to get annoyed with thrillers. So maybe this is the Bookopolathon fate gods leading me in the right direction. And now our bonus roll of roll number 6. And as you can see, I got patterns and texts. So this is on the cover. We want anything with pattern and text on the cover. So for this, I've decided that I am going to read More Than This by Patrick Ness. Pretty much it's just one giant pattern with some text on it and a small door. So that was the thing that I thought worked really well for this prompt. So that's what I'm going to be reading. So there you have it. These 4 plus these 2 are what I'm going to be reading for Bookopolathon 2022. Let's see whether or not the Pickpon gods are kind and I can somehow get these on my TBR for that. Otherwise, there may be a lot more books here. But I'm just glad that I was able to get the 2 buddy reads that I'm participating in this month on my, at least my Bookopolathon TBR, because then it's 2 less books I have to try and cram on somewhere else. If you've made it this far and you're participating in Becca's Bookopolathon, let me know in the comments down below. If you're not, just leave a dice emoji just to say hi. If you haven't already, subscribe because I'd love to have you join the fam and it really helps my channel grow. Until next time, guys, have a great weekend and happy reading. Bye!